Are you were secure until reality hit hard? What happened to her could happen to anyone, and her story might just change the way you think about job security. You won't believe what she discovered after being let go. Tell me about the moment you found out you were being let go. What went through your mind?
The moment I found out I was being let go, I was just shocked and very disappointed. My mind raced. I had thoughts about my future and, just how I would manage the transition. But I quickly shifted my focus to, finding new opportunities and leveraging my skills and experience to move forward. It was a very challenging moment for me, but ultimately I know that it's going to lead to, personal growth as well as new career opportunities.
What was the hardest part about losing a federal job that most people don't realize?
I would definitely say it's your job security. We all want to be civil servants because we want to be that, but we also love the benefit of our, job security. And so that was probably one of the hardest things, just knowing that everything you had worked hard for, everything that you put on your plan was no longer. And now you have to literally reroute and figure out what you're going to do next.
Before this, did you ever think something like this could happen to you?
No, I never thought this would happen. When I initially became a federal employee, I came in under a hiring authority for recent graduates. And under that program, you have 1 year probation. Once that 1 year is up, you would be converted to a competitive employee. And during that time, I was offered promotion. But in order to get this role, I would have had to have taken an appointment under Schedule A, which initially restarted my entire probationary period. But not only did it restart, it gave me a 2 year probationary period. And when I'm signing the documentation and I'm going over all of that work, it says 2 year probationary period. And, if there's a budget issues or, anything like that, you'll be cut. And you don't think that's going to happen. I remember just thinking, oh, this will never happen. This is fine. And so I took that promotion, and now I'm having regrets. I'm wishing that I would have stayed in my original position and just made it to that competitive side.
And I want to go back to the moment you found out that you were being let go. What was going on that day?
Okay, so that the day before, one of my colleagues had actually reached out to me, and she was like, "Oh my goodness, your name is on this list. You're going to be fired tomorrow at noon." And I just remember thinking, this can't be possible. She can't know what she's talking about. Everyone's situation is different. Although at that moment, I had just started a new position and hadn't even been in the role for 2, 3 weeks, maybe. And so I'm thinking, I have prior history. I've been an employee since 2023. Maybe she's reading the list wrong. And sure enough, that next day, I received that email at noon saying I was terminated due to workforce reconstruction.
What fears kept you up at night in those first few weeks?
I was still in just in shock. I mean, there were so many mixed emotions, just disbelief. And, I was just so concerned for my future. I wondered, what about my benefits? You know, I had some health issues going on, and I remember just scrambling, trying to get an appointment so that I could be seen before the end of the month because I knew that the first of the following month my benefits would be gone. And so, I was very stressed. I was very stressed. I was just very hurt.
So the fears of uncertainty is the ones that been plaguing you.
Just, financially, what was next, And also, let me say this. Um, we were terminated in the middle of the pay period. So that last check wasn't even for 80 hours. We were only paid 40 hours. And so I remember I was at my sister's house, and it was that Friday for the payday. And I was telling myself, it'll be okay because I'm going to get this paycheck. I had leave. I'm assuming they're going to use my leave. And I looked in the account, and it was only 40 hours worth of pay. I cried. I had to leave my sister's house. I couldn't even enjoy, just being around family in that moment because I was so upset. And, just worrying about those uncertainties. I have children, I have a family. I'm responsible for, other people. It's not just myself. I'm a homeowner. It was very hard, losing those benefits for sure. And, just the financial aspects of everything.
What was the toughest challenges financially, emotionally, or mentally after being laid off? Did you feel betrayed by the system?
I definitely felt betrayed, but it was something that was out of my control. My friends and my family were very supportive. I took the time to just reflect on my career and my goals and, what's next step. I reached out to my professional network for advice and potential career opportunities, which has, it's really helped me regain a sense of direction as well as purpose.
Before you lost your job, did you ever think this could happen to you?
Honestly, I never thought it would happen to me or to anyone else. I've always just believed that my dedication and hard work would always provide me, job security. But this experience has really just taught me the importance of, being prepared for those unexpected changes and just continuously developing my skills as well as my network. Never in a million years thought this would happen. And if it did happen, I didn't think it would happen in this way. Just a random generic email. The email saying I was, being terminated, it didn't even have my name on it. Just a number. It didn't even have a number on it. I wasn't even a number.
Are you kidding? No name, nothing. Just a random generic email. You're fired, basically. Wow.
I was just someone on the email directory. It just went out to everyone in the agency that was going to be effective immediately. And that's all. I never heard anything back. Maybe last week, I did get an email about, separation and your COBRA benefits and things like that. But one thing I noticed in that email was they were like, you'll get paid out for your PTO, but if you don't send back the laptops or the equipment, we're going to take it out of your last check. And when we were let go, we called another one of my coworkers. We called and we're trying to, how do we turn in our equipment? Can you send us a box? Yeah, we'll send you a box. Here's your ticket number. The box never comes. So now, you've already treated us horribly, and now you're threatening to take money out of the last paycheck that we're going to get. It was very hurtful.
This will never happen to you again, will it?
The only thing that I can guarantee, because I can't say this won't happen again. Private sector does this all the time. But I can guarantee that won't ever happen again is that I will not be so unprepared.
Right.
I'm going to be taking all of the precautions, to ensure that, I am continuously updating my skills and staying informed about the industry trends, just maintaining that professional network It's so important, and I would have to have a financial safety net in place
Hmm.
just to, be able to manage any unexpected job loss. Honestly, I had a financial safety net in place this time around.
Okay.
It's not what I would have liked it to be. I would have loved to have a lot more. So next time it will be a lot more, and I will be better prepared for sure.
What's something you wish you had known before this happened? Would you still recommend government jobs as safe careers?
Um, I would say that government jobs could be safe careers depending on the administration. Um, you know, they often provide stability, great benefits, and just so many opportunities for professional growth. But, it's just important to stay adaptable and just continuously update your skills so that you can remain competitive, whether it's private sector, government, or any sector. Just being prepared, that's really the best thing I can say. Being prepared to change.
Despite this terrible, awful experience, you stayed proactive. What strategies are you using to bounce back?
Uh, I'm just focused on maintaining, um, my mindset and focused on continuous learning and skill development. I've taken some online courses. I'm getting some certifications. Actively networking within my industry so that I'm able to stay informed on, new opportunities. And, again, just maintaining my mindset and staying positive, setting, short-term goals to keep me motivated and on track.
What advice would you give to someone in the same position right now?
I would just advise them to, stay proactive and again, focus on continuous learning and skill development. It's so important. You have to have a positive mindset. You have to stay motivated, be resilient. We are resilient, network with your industry. It'll help you stay informed about those opportunity and just, again, keep a positive mindset.
Have you found unexpected opportunities in this setback?
Well, I don't have any official offers. However, I have had opportunities to interview and show my skill set to various organizations. Um,
Sure.
so this has really just allowed me to network and gain valuable insights into different industries. It's been a learning experience, but it has definitely helped me grow professionally.
How many interviews have you had in the last, you've been out of work for a month. How many interviews have you had?
I have had or are scheduled to be had at least 10 interviews at this point.
Your resume is very important to the applicant tracking system. Are you using ATS formats to apply for these jobs that are that are giving you these opportunities for increased interviews?
Absolutely. I am using the various softwares based on the vacancy that I am looking for, using those transferable skills to ensure that they are in alignment with what the organization is looking for. And so, yes, I'm definitely using those optimized systems.
If you could go back in time, what would you tell yourself on the day you were let go? Would you still recommend government jobs as safe careers?
If I could go back, I would just tell myself to remain positive and resilient and to just view this setback as an opportunity for growth. I mean, it's just so important to focus again on continuous learning and skill development and just to actively network, within the industry. And so this experience can open up doors to unexpected opportunities and can help, you grow professionally as well as personally.
What's the one lesson